And we're back.
Just
Not
like that.
yeah, we had to come in abruptly on that one. You
Just
know,
like that.
getting back used to using the keys. It's been all year. We back. It's gonna get a little bit warmer outside. We're gonna start hearing the grass getting cut. Might even get my sunflower seed habit back. You know what I'm talking about? Do sunflower
No,
seed.
man. No, man. The hack is the pistachios, not sunflower seeds.
Nah, I
Pistachio.
ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I've been on pistachios too.
Pistachios better, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Pistachios hitting it.
I don't know about all that, but normally
I
it's
mean,
what.
got tried, man.
Well, it was dip and then chewing tobacco, and then I had to move on to something else after that. So it just you know. But there's enough about pistachios. We are back. This is Boys on the Hill, season three. Season three.
Tree.
Season
We in
3.
that
Back
thing
better
three
than ever.
times, man.
Each year we get better. Season three, fellas. How was your off season?
I had a baby. Well, my wife had a baby. I was just, being a father of
Okay,
that baby.
so the baby was after the season. You had it in the summertime, right?
Born in July. Yep. July 5th.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we was at the World Series, remember? Going against
Right.
Jamaica, yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good year last year. Had the Black College World Series. As a matter of fact, later on we're gonna have our guest on, friend of the show, Michael Coker, creator of the Black College World Series, the guru of Black College baseball. Black College Nines. He gonna be in the house. We're gonna have him talking about small, middle and small uh league teams. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm lost in words.
Small
Small
school,
school.
Thomas.
Yeah,
Small
small
school. Yeah.
school.
I didn't want to,
Yeah.
I didn't want to like not mispronounce and be like this for the tiny teams, So
You
The
stupid.
Michigan division of
yeah,
AAU
you know
baseball.
what I mean.
The smaller
So,
U's.
yeah, yeah. I kind of got stuck. I'm like little men, they're not little, actually quite big on some teams. But yeah, we're gonna have Coker back on there, and we can reminisce a little bit about the Black College World Series and what we experienced last year. We
and then
said,
we got exciting news before we even started. We could probably announce
Yep.
it too at the end of the show.
all right, okay. So
Yeah.
we got Mike on the show today. We got Slim talking about being a daddy. Watch what you got going on. What you doing all season? You made some big moves this all season too, right?
Man, I ain't got a promotion.
Yeah.
Girls gonna start at school a little
Eh?
bit. Man, doing this
Twins,
coaching,
right?
man.
Twins in school
Yeah,
now.
twins. Well, yeah, it's basically like school. They
All
go
right,
about 3 or 4 days a week.
all
Give me a
right,
little
all right,
break. Give me a little
all right.
break. But
Yeah.
yeah, my oldest, she turned 14. I let her take a little break. She been doing chili and everything. Y'all remember that? So that actually went good. She got all county. I ain't and chili and okay. I like your first year. All right. But we sticking to soccer though. We going back. We slide back to it. That's an athlete in you. That's what that is. We slide back to soccer.
Yeah,
And she
man.
actually taking up since she going to high school, I'm going ahead and start training her for softball too. So she said she want to try it out and see what she can do. I
Since you
like,
was
all
gonna
right.
do the softball.
Yeah, she says she want to do softball as a fall sport.
Oh man, mine turns
Yeah,
14 in May. We we
yeah.
we we deep in soccer. We got our first travel soccer game this Friday. No, this
Mm-hmm.
Saturday. So this is a big year coming up because she can ready head into a freshman year.
Exactly.
So and
Exactly.
and we in the process of going private school this year. We're gonna try to get into private
Uh,
school.
Oh,
So
man.
so right now we getting going through the system, getting vetted.
mm-hmm.
So hopefully, if everything work out all right, we be private school bound. Proud dad.
That's
College,
what's up.
go to private school.
No.
How much that private school run you, man?
Uh, we're not gonna discuss those details. I don't want to cry right now. We just,
Yeah.
as a father, you just want to put them in better position to be better in life, and we worry about the other stuff later. So we're not going to discuss.
What the mod is really saying is like it costs him a lot of money.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. Uh,
Uh, Yeah, I was there. Why you think I had to find a better school district?
Yeah, so it's all about hey, soccer team pretty deep. I think they won state last year, so
That's
going to a good powerhouse if we get accepted. How they go.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But all that, that's about the only thing that's going on. Yeah, good soccer season, and they won their county soccer tournament, so they was champions in soccer in the county. They only lost one game this year.
Okay, that's what's up.
She averaged about three girls getting knocked out a game. She laying them out. So that's how we
Y'all
played
playing
around
rugby,
here.
not soccer, man. That's
Nah,
crazy.
nah, nah. She's a
Yeah,
defender, man. Defender got to make sure nobody cross the gun line, boss.
yeah, yeah.
I
She got
made sure I
about
teach you
shot on
about the
that.
gun line.
Y'all supposed to be like eating orange slices and sunflower seeds. Y'all doing tackling drills out there, girls
Oh
soccer.
Man,
man.
they coming out the fall machines. They the team running out the fall machines. Yeah, theme music and everything.
Oh man. Hey man, soccer expensive too, dog. I'm just gonna tell you, man. We got dues
Oh
every
yeah,
month too.
yeah,
Hey man, that soccer ain't no joke, dog.
yeah. It's worth the investment though. I've been
Oh
there.
yeah, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, it's definitely that. Cause she ain't picking up no basketball, and she definitely ain't gonna be catching no softballs.
mm-hmm.
So hey, whatever long as she want to do something, I'm with it. You know,
Okay.
she actually like to get money though, so she always talking about want to get a job and work and stuff. Like you talking my language? What you talking about? Huh? I got turned 14. I can work. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you want me to talk the game, man? That's what it is.
you know, So hey, cool. Hey, whatever you want to do, baby. You know how we gonna be as a father. So, but man, we got an exciting season coming up. It's exciting for us, man. I ain't talking about what I did, but um, the show is gonna be on a couple more platforms this year. So,
That's what's up.
we are going to be on the HBCU Sports Network, correct? All
Yep.
right. We're gonna be
Check.
on the Black College Nines website.
Mhm.
And we're going to be on the Glow House Network, which is the network that I am currently forming. And this is the official first show on the network. So we're going to be on Twitch. We're
Let's
going to be
go.
on Facebook live. We're gonna go live a couple times this year. We're a little bit more prepared this year. We're gonna be live a few times, but we're gonna be on Twitch on the Glow House Network. We're gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna be on Facebook Live. We're gonna be on Instagram. We're gonna be on Twitter. We're gonna get them accounts straight. But yeah, we're gonna be on a lot more platforms this year, a lot more exposure, hopefully. Pick up a little bit more fans. I really want us to get into the Twitch world because that's a whole nother platform in itself. I think Twitch is making big moves and the Twitch community is pretty cool. I've been hanging out in Twitch in the off season, seeing what it's all about. So when we go live and all our shows and everything is gonna be posted on Twitch on the Glow House Network site on Twitch. Boys on the Hill will be live on Facebook when we go live. Like I said, Black College 9, HBCU Sports Network. Hey, we added two more platforms since last year, so I think we're doing good.
It's
Um,
growth, man.
just ability to
Always.
to 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 talk about the great game of baseball, and hopefully we'll catch a few fans. Hopefully we catch some parents that's looking for places that want their kid to continue to play ball. Hopefully we can be the platform where they can have some type of light shed on black college baseball because it's a sport that um that's going to be around. It's not going anywhere. We got a whole bunch of teams that need players. Just to reiterate what we saw last year from the Black College World Series, couple teams only had like 12 to 14 players total. And they're in the Black College World Series, so they're a great team. Still didn't have enough players, so a couple injuries would have messed them up. But that lets you know that if you want to play baseball, you can play baseball. There are places for you. There are teams who need players. Do not feel like you have to change who you are or not play any sports in college just because it's not a SEC or we're gonna call it the big five school. What's the word? What's the term I'm looking for, Slim?
It's Power Five, but it may be
Power
down to
Five,
Power Four
yeah,
since the Pac-12 don't exist no more. So
yeah, yeah. Pac-12 is down to two teams.
Yeah,
With Oregon and Oregon
it's,
State.
it's got to a 4 for 4 right now.
Yeah, it's 4 for 4. Yeah, good 4 for 4
4 for 4.
there, bro.
Time it
They
back down
sitting
to a
there,
4 for 4.
man. They sitting there holding their pocketbooks like, dang, ain't got nowhere
Yeah.
we can go. Ain't
MLB
nowhere.
made MLB made a couple news splashes over the summer. Shohei Ohtani gonna be at the Dodgers now. Hopefully, Dodgers win.
they
I
better
know.
win.
It's
Slim,
yeah,
you're a
big
Cubbies
bank
They
now.
fan.
spent almost $1 billion on one player. They better win
Exactly.
Yeah.
something.
Who cares? I'm just glad they got a two-sport athlete leading athletes. Where therefore, you will see a lot more two-sport athletes. I mean, not two-sport, pitcher and hitter. Which
Two-way
all
athletes.
through
Yeah.
high school, all through college. Now since Otani has showed people the way that you can succeed, even though he's not pitching this year, but you can become dominant on both sides. Maybe they will open up coaches to allowing players to continue to be hitters or allowing hitters to continue to be pitchers. Um, and it's a bargain for any team because that's less positions that you have to give up if you got a hitter that can be a pitcher or a pitcher that can hit. Um, so hopefully it's a swing. I mean, baseball is kind of going back to the old tradition. We had to get steroids out the game. Now you got a lot more 5-2 players that actually want to steal bases, and the game is a lot more fun. And they're allowing um, it to be what it used to be instead of just everybody playing gorilla ball. So I enjoy
Yeah, they
baseball now.
changed the rules to make the game faster with the pitch clock and everything, and it was great last year. Like you never really
Yeah.
noticed the difference in like the way the game was played. Like it was played faster. There was a lot more stolen bases, a lot more scoring. The times of the game was like what 35, 40 minutes less than it had been the previous year. So speeding up the game, having more action is always going to be good. And like college baseball, at I think the high Division 1 level, they have a pitch clock it used last season. So
Did they
like
just use it
hopefully,
in? They just use it in the tournaments, or is it going to be all season this year?
well, I think they used it like in regular season last year. Um, I'm not sure at the black college level about the pitch clock, but I do know for sure like at the high Division 1 level
What
they're
they, what
using
they
the pitch
did
clock.
they did at Cactus Jack and they did at Andre
Hmm.
Dawson, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they did.
It's definitely gonna be something that's gonna be around. Like it literally changed the way the game's played. Like
It does.
it's baseball being played now like it was played like in the 20s.
Right. So
Mhm.
getting back to what made the game, buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Hey, but
wish
I ain't
them
gonna lie. That
prices were back down to 20s.
Well, you
they
tell
ain't
them,
never
man.
going that way. They
Man,
ain't
let me
never
Oh,
get let me
going
get let me give me a 50-cent ticket. You heard me.
that
you better be an A's
Hot
fan to get
dog,
that
hot
ticket.
dog is 10 cents, drink 5 cents. You can splurge and spend $5 and be balling at a game back in the day.
True.
You know, now $5 don't even get you gas to the game. I don't care at what level. It could be little league. You got to put 5 in and get to the park just to get to the
Mhm.
park. So you know what I mean. So all of that, you know,
Oh, you got paid to get in there too.
yeah,
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 all
gay
of
Yeah,
for you
that,
now. What they gay for
all
you,
of
Penny?
that, all of that.
they charging to get in baseball games these days. Like college baseball, I saw like that state recently uh, released their season tickets. I can't make the games, but I'm thinking about buying some to support the
I
program.
buy,
Like, yeah,
I
man,
buy every
Yeah,
year,
me too.
even
yeah.
though
Yeah, I buy
even
them.
though
Yeah, I all
I
buy two.
haven't been. I don't think I've been to a Jackson State baseball. Well, I go to SWAC. I went to SWAC T last year before last. I
Mm-hmm.
went to SWAC T to see them play when they was in Huntsville.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, like I don't really get an opportunity to get down to Jackson in the spring because I'm always doing travel soccer. So but I do buy season tickets. I buy 2 a year. I don't know why I buy 2, but It just seemed like the right thing.
Oh
to
no,
do.
yeah, I always say that too,
You
man.
can't just
I don't
buy
know.
one.
I can't even.
Let's say
It's too much
y'all
love for
about
Coach
to.
Johnson. Like for the program,
I'm
I
about
can't just buy
to.
one.
Yeah,
Let me get two.
yeah. You're gonna buy two. All right. Before we get into everything, let's go ahead and let's see. Big Mike in the house. Let's bring him on in.
Oh, Big Mike
Big
in the
Mike.
house.
There's
Hey,
that guy.
Fellas,
yes, what's up?
Yeah.
There you go.
there it is.
The
We
legend,
back,
Mr.
man.
baby.
500. Slim,
We back, baby.
my man, I'm
Hey,
in.
good to see you, sir.
What's
Good to see
up?
you. You look.
It's good to be
You looking
back.
good.
With,
You got your headphones ready to go. You got your sound right. You ain't got to worry
Yeah.
about nothing.
well, I don't refer to you guys as boys on the hill.
What you call
Those
it?
brothers from Jackson State.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, the best school this side of
That's
Mississippi.
right.
As speaking of that, shout out to Sunday Boom in the South, man. Halftime show, Super Bowl, that was
Sonic,
huge.
man, hey.
And then the Nukes represented, but hey, you know I love the halftime show. Hey, that's straight A-Town, man. That's me.
Hey, Jackson State.
Well, the good thing is that they're making national headlines
Yes.
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
of their performance.
You know,
All
nobody
the
even
other-
knew until the
All
end.
the
You're
other,
right.
all the other HBCUs got the boo-boo face. Usually they hating
Well,
hard.
that's because from what I've been reading, they kept it quiet.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
kept
They
it
didn't,
quiet.
they didn't
Exactly.
tell anybody. Nobody knew
Mhm.
until it was showtime.
Until it was showtime. You're
Now,
exactly
every
right.
time you see a band on the field, they think it's going to be Jackson State, which that's what I want to do. It like we're the Kleenexes right now of the game.
Because they everywhere. People didn't
Hey.
realize, but they split the Boom 3 ways and sent them doing different
They on
things. 'Cause
tour
one time
with
they was in
Drake.
Texas.
They
Yep,
on tour with Drake right now. Hey, I saw him in Nashville,
They don't know we
Bridgestone.
got family ties, man. They don't know
Hey,
the family
hey,
ties
man.
that Jay. We knew Drake before he even got on.
Man, Drake was
Nicki,
wearing Jackson
Lil
State clothes on the
Wayne.
sideline on the first
Man, what?
album.
I remember when Lil Wayne came on campus and got jumped.
Man, we're not gonna
Trying to
talk.
talk to
Yeah,
somebody
matter of fact,
girlfriend. I remember that.
we actually
Yeah,
witnessed
we
Lil
ain't get
Wayne
off of
getting
that.
whooped out on our campus. Hey, man, people do not believe me when I tell them that. Like for
Yeah.
real,
That's how we were.
man. And that was the first time that I understood that if everybody used their cell phones at the same time, it will lock everything up because we could not have no cell phone signal. Everybody was on the phones.
Yep.
But yeah, we got Jackson State have deep ties with Cash Money and No Limit and everybody. Snoop Dogg was on the campus. Bishop Don Juan on the campus. We went to school with his grandson. So pulled up with the ostrich seats and the Escalade.
He sure did.
Yes, he did. Yes, it really happened. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
But them Jacktown tales, we'll tell those later. Let's
we
get
got
back
plenty
to
of.
baseball.
Speaking of Mike, what was your off season like, sir?
Yeah.
Well, I had to deal with stage 4 cancer and chemo, but in between that, still did a lot of baseball writing. Still did a lot of writing for Black College Nines and preparing for we're still preparing for the Black College World Series. We're kicking it in high gear now, and I really had to deal with my health issues. That was more important to me than anything. And I'm getting better. I got something that medicine can't mess with, and that's the big man upstairs.
Exactly.
Yes,
sir.
But those that don't know, that's the creator, that's God.
Right.
right.
Well, good to see you, sir. We're glad to have you back on the page. You got to have you back on the hill with us. Kick back. We're gonna talk about a little bit of baseball. Matter of fact, your expertise, which is on the Black College 9 website. If you want to go ahead and plug your Black College 9, let people know where they want to go see the stories, and we got the rankings and everything. Go ahead and plug your website out, man.
Well, if you want to view Black College Nines, go to blackcollegenines.com, and you'll you'll get the history of the game, current as well, more current, updated stories as they come in, creative stories as we continue our coverage of HBCU baseball. And we're the only national publication that shows, and I don't know if you guys are scouring the site, but if you're scouring the site, you will see that those Jackson State guys, Boys on the Hill, they're a part of it. They're a big part of our podcast. And then the thing is that they don't know what I got in store for them for the World Series. They're going to be bringing us in for the games, post-game, and pre-game analysis. That's what Boys on the Hill is going to do.
I don't have to get my Charles Barkley on now.
No, hey, I would like to personally thank this guy for giving me the opportunity to see Harold Reynolds. I told you, my dream is if I wasn't in baseball, I want to be like Harold Reynolds, and I say this every year. So as long as I can get on there and talk baseball and get my Harold Reynolds on, you got me every year, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, I tell you what,
whatever you need.
This is what you need to do. Bring about 4 or 5 suits, 3 pieces if you want.
I don't even own suits like that, man.
Well, I tell you what.
You don't get drip like that, man.
I got a house full of women. I can't afford suits like that. I got a blazer.
Well, your post-game and pre-game analysis every game.
We got that. We got that coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did a good job last year of it.
Hopefully by season's end we'll have some good clothes to display with Boys on the Hill on it. You know, we had that rush job last year.
It's gonna be better this year.
We can get some polos, man.
We got time, man. Hey, yeah. Look. Now, that was our first go around. You know, I'm gonna do better this year. I know better. I do better.
You got thrown into the fire.
Yeah.
Into the fire.
We got some time now.
Basically, right. There's that old thing called sinking swimming.
Mm-hmm.
You actually swam. You got thrown in the water and you swam. So you came out dry. So that's a good thing.
The first lesson you learn is you got to relax. If you relax, you float. So
exactly.
Well, you got your own show. You got your pre-game analysis and your post-game analysis. And I know that those brothers from Jackson State, I'm sorry, Boys on the Hill, do an excellent job.
Hey, man, however you want to say it, man. Just long as, hey, we're just glad we can hear it, dog.
Yeah.
What you got cooking up this year, man? What you got cooking up this year? Let's just go ahead and hop into it, man. We can start out with the small schools, man. What you got? Who do you got coming out of small schools? What do you think is gonna happen this year in the small schools?
Well, I'll run down the list real quick for you. Florida Memorial is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, just go ahead, go through your list, see what you got.
Well, Florida Memorial is number 1 because they basically brought back everybody. They only lost 1 player from their championship team.
Oh my God!
And they added some stout arms from the transfer portal, and then got some good JUCO players in. They won 1 game out of 3 against Edward Waters to open the season at number 6.
Your boys, they went 1-3 against Edward Waters.
Yeah, to open the season.
Did. Yeah,
I know you had your chest out.
No, but I knew coming into that game there was a problem with the school and 2 players. 2 pitchers, 2 starting pitchers were not able to make the trip. They just got through compliance. I think it'd have been a different ball game if the number 2 and number 3 starters had been there. So I think
still though. I mean, just the fact that
I mean, it's the beginning of the season. You really don't want to win your first series. I'm gonna be honest with you. In baseball, if you win your first series, your team already hyped. It's just the beginning of the season. It's just February. Don't get hot until we talked about that. You don't want to get hot until later in the season.
I understand, but this is the Black College World Series champions. I'm trying to smoke them every time.
You know they can. But if Michael said he only kind of replaced one player, you remember how dynamic that team was? They were real excited to watch on the field, man.
Man.
But the thing is that what I think Slim wrote that article. They should not have been here.
Yeah,
remember that they should not have been there, and they were selected because one team opted out. Mm-hmm. Then they got that chance, and they got hot at the right time during the season and just whipped everybody. They did. I mean, they faced 95 miles an hour pitching in that World Series game, that championship game from Albany State, and it went 19 innings.
Man, the greatest game ever played, and we witnessed every bit of it.
We did, man.
Yeah.
Yes. Talking about fireworks went off in the middle of the game went over.
Right.
Well, here's a little bit of historical facts on that. If that game had gone another inning, we had no more baseballs.
Oh, wow.
Said no more.
So y'all come run down the big scoring board and be like, hey, we need about a dozen balls right quick.
Yeah, that last out was the last ball that was for that game. We had no more baseballs. 19 innings went that. That's how good of a game it was. But then you have Talladega. Talladega is the team to watch out for this year. Talladega is the number 2 ranked team, preseason ranked team. They brought everybody back as well. Talladega finished 28-18. They should have gone to the NAIA national tournament last year. They didn't. And I think they're going to go this year. They're starting to play good ball now. They're getting hot. They took the number 2 country. They lost last week 2-1. Then they lost to the number 7 team in the NAIA 2-1. And then they beat a really good team today, a doubleheader against Lindsey Wilson.
Ooh.
They took the doubleheader. They're starting to play good ball, and their schedule, they could easily run off 10 straight the way their schedule is set.
So what happened to them last year? So they didn't come to the Black College World Series, but they didn't go to the NAIA tournament. No, so they ended up losing out.
Yeah, they didn't win their conference. They thought they were gonna. They
was banking on them going to the tournament, so they didn't plan on coming to the Black College World Series.
Well, they made some inner house mistakes. They thought that they were going to get an automatic bid when you have to be ranked in the NAIA to get that automatic bid to the national
we ain't
tournament.
getting no automatic bid on nothing.
No, and they made that in-house mistake, but I think that was a learning curve for them. And I mean, they got everybody back as well. That's why they're sitting into that number 2 spot. I mean, and that could flip. I mean, when we did the preseason poll, Talladega was right behind Florida Memorial. And then there's Rust, who sits in the 3rd spot. Rust is on a bit of a losing streak. I expect Coach John Bates to turn that team around once they get to the conference.
That's my little team right there. I like Rust, man.
Yeah, that's my dark horse. If it's yours, it's mine as well.
Okay. We on the same page there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hopefully they got some buttons sold on their jerseys.
Well,
they got new unis. They posted online.
They better, huh, man?
Yeah.
Now, did they lose anybody through transfer? Did they? What's name's gone though? First baseman gone. Ain't he gone?
First baseman gone through graduation. Yeah. He graduated, right. And then they did get the catcher back, and they basically got a few good guys in. The problem with John Bates is pitching. He needs to bring in guys that are throwing 90, 91, and that's kind of hard to bring into HBCU. So we'll have to see. I think that if he's going to do anything, he's going to do it in the conference, in the GCAC. And then there's Albany State. Albany State's going to win 30 games, just like Savannah State. And Savannah.
How many people did they lose this year? Who Who lost the most? I know the pitchers is gone from Albany, Savannah State.
Well, yeah,
Where my big,
Savannah State lost quite a bit. The big guy is
yeah,
he's major. He's in Major League Baseball's draft league,
Yeah, you talking about
and
Rico?
he's
Phil.
yeah.
Peel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I expect him to, because he's got some good stuff. He's got good wicked stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, he doesn't have that standout fastball, but he uses every square
Consistent.
inch of the
Yeah.
plate to get out.
Mhm.
So, and I expect them in Albany State, because they're fourth and Savannah State fifth. I expect them to be there as well with Edward Waters, Bluefield State, and then number 8 Payne. Now,
Mhm.
Payne is going to be a problem. They did not increase their roster, and they
What?
still have 16, 17 players.
Mm.
Man,
So if injury hits that team, it's
they
going to hit
better
them
hope stay
hard.
healthy. They gotta
Yeah.
stay healthy.
Yeah,
He
So yeah,
coached
Amar,
a
we were talking about the
he coached a travel baseball team. That's a travel team. Yeah.
yeah, Amar was talking about it earlier, like how some small schools have limited rosters, and Penn College is one of those schools. So they got to avoid injury. It's going to be a long year for them if they do suffer injuries. They walk in a fine line with only 17 players on their team. So we hope
Yeah.
they have a good season, but they have to have a lot of luck to get through it and be successful.
Yeah, PSA. There's a good team out there that needs players, parents, players out there. Go look at that college. The team is good, but they
I,
got 10 spots that need to be filled of players.
mhm.
If you want to
Well
go in
coached.
the transfer portal, or you want to go somewhere to play, Payne is a destination you should want to go look at because they have how many? 16 players total?
Mhm.
17.
Yeah,
17.
they
You
Yeah,
got
need
it's a good
10
10 more
school.
at
It's a
spots.
least.
good school.
They got 10
Real
spots.
good school. Yeah.
It's a
They got
really good
10
school
spots.
for education.
Mhm.
They got 10 spots
So you're
right
not
now.
just
Need to be
sending them.
filled.
Yeah, you're not just sending them there for sports. Payne's a
Right,
Yeah.
good
Mm.
educational institution.
right.
Mhm.
And then you have West Virginia State University at 9, and then the two teams that are tied are Dillard and Wiley.
Mhm.
Dillard's in
Yeah, I
his
think
second
Dillon.
year, and they went to the NAIA national title.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Mhm.
Yeah.
well, they have a very tough schedule because
Dang.
they start off the season against playing some NAIA ranked teams. So I think
Mhm.
they're going to tighten that GCAC up. But I think the team to beat in the GCAC is going to be Talladega. I don't
Mm.
see anybody beating Talladega. I don't see Dillard doing it. But you never know. The season,
Yeah. Exactly.
funny things have happened in baseball. And baseball is one sport that is unpredictable.
I'm
Mhm.
interested in seeing how that coach is going to coach this year because you coming out the gate first season of the program and you win.
Oh, he
Now,
already. He said he ain't hit his ceiling. When you do
you
it
know what I'm
like that,
saying?
you
I just
like,
want to
bro.
see it, but
Like I ain't even do all this other stuff I wanted to do yet. Wait till I do
every every
that.
every sport has their sophomore slump, sir. I don't care what sport
Yeah,
you
I mean,
play.
yeah, you are, you are, you
You
are.
know, I'm not saying he's gonna have a sophomore slump. I'm just saying if you coming out the gate, your first time as a coach, your school first time having a baseball team, and you win. So, like you said, you got a target on your back. How is he going to be able to respond? You know, um, how did your recruiting go from the first year to the second year? Because now, you can talk your talk. Hey, we did this, woo 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 woo. You built your team off making people believe. Now they already believe, or they might over believe and might not, come out the gate like they did last time. So I just want to see how he come out the gate. We got love
Well,
for
what you
you.
said makes a lot of sense. That makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense because you look at Xavier. What happened with Xavier in 2021? Xavier won 27 games, their first year of playing collegiate baseball in 60 years. And the following year, the next season, they barely won 17 games.
And shout out to coach. That's our dog too.
Some of that was some of that was injury. Some of that was, those ranked teams wanted to play them. When you win big ball games, the big teams want to play you. So I'm kind of,
especially the non-historical black schools.
Yeah.
Especially those.
And I'm expecting a sophomore slump out of Dillard. I don't see. I really don't see.
He came out too high, man. You too high. Like, it's gonna be hard to sustain that at that level.
It depends on what kind of foundation is laid on. We'll see the foundation this second year. That's the thing. Now, being honest, because I want Michael. Because the thing is, you got to think about it, man. And just as a coach, that first year you got all these intentions to try to come in and try to do all this stuff. When you in the midst of that season, you're like, I can't do half of this stuff. Let me just try to help get us to the end of the season. And then you get in tournament play and you ball out like that. You like, hold up, man.
And they did good in tournament play.
Yeah.
They did. The thing with Dillard was Dillard got hot at the right time in the conference tournament.
Yeah, they got hot at the right time. They
got at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went and played a good tournament. The teams they received a lot of accolades in the tournament. They just didn't. I'm hoping that they went out and got pitching. I'm hoping that they got arms. That's a lot of that is what HBCUs lack. You can hit the ball all the time. We got guys that can spread the ball all the field.
Yeah. We gonna hit. If we don't do nothing, we gonna hit.
We're gonna hit.
Yeah.
The pitching is always been suspect. We got to get the guys, these young kids, these young student athletes that are throwing 92, 93 on each roster. Then we'll start getting more looks for Major League Baseball. Not only Major League Baseball, we will start winning a lot more ball games against ranked teams. Because we used to keep a stat. We used to keep stats of what these teams were doing against ranked teams. And one year I sat down one summer and looked and said, I did a 10-year period. And I said, we were like 27 wins and over 400 losses against ranked teams. I said, I can't do that stat anymore. I can't mention that.
Right.
Hey, Michael, I'm curious. Talking about new programs, Wilberforce brought back their baseball team last season, had been absent from baseball for 80 years. This is their second season as a fully functional baseball program. How do you handicap them coming into the season?
Well, the good thing is they got Major League Baseball. All right, they didn't win too many ball games, but he did address arms. I'm talking about the head coach. Now I'm having a brain cramp, and that is not good. He did address arms. Yeah, he's got some arms, and I think they're
talking about Roosevelt Barnes, their head coach.
Yeah, Roosevelt Barnes. I think he's going to make some noise this year. Remember, they're being backed by the Cincinnati Reds, but keep an eye out on Southern University at New Orleans. They're already 2-2. They've already won 2 games, and they're playing good ball. So, yeah, you got to keep an eye on them. But here's the thing that I like, and it's something that I've been preaching for years, is that conference is sitting pretty. They're going to get 3 more teams next year. What that means is they can petition the NAIA and says, okay, we got more than 10 baseball programs. What we want, and they can do what the other conferences do that have 10 teams or more. We're petitioning to have the regular season champion and the conference champion go to the NAIA national tournament. What that means is that there would be 2 HBCUs competing for a national title at the national tournament. And that is huge because usually when we do get one, they get put out. But this time we'll be able to have two. If not, now let's say we find a third or a fourth team that is ranked. Then we'll have 3 or 4. That's something that does not happen. And and the only way that's going to happen in large schools, which we're going to talk about soon, is the strength of schedule and power ratings, the power index. Once you get into that power index, it doesn't matter if you're ranked or not. The fact of it is that you got a high RPI. So with this coming in with the GCAC and the small schools, that will make sure that we have 2 teams that make the national tournament. And the beauty part of it is they can play in the Black College World Series. So they can win a national title at the Black College World Series and then go and win a national title in the NAIA.
Yeah.
It's good
HBCU
stuff.
baseball. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, man. Just I'm really. Let me just be honest. We focus on the swag a lot, but once we got involved with the Black College Nines and everything, and we started doing some digging into the small schools, man, like I enjoy the small school stories, man, because like I said, a lot of programs are coming back that wasn't there for a long time. Now I don't know what kind of start you think is Major League Baseball really behind this, or just everybody deciding to bring baseball back?
Well, it's a combination of both.
Okay.
Major League Baseball has, and this is the second team in the last 4 years that they're backing. Xavier's one, now Wilberforce is the next. And a lot of these programs are bringing baseball back is because baseball has always been an HBCU sport. HBCUs and the Negro League was huge back then. Clark Atlanta, well, when it was Atlanta University was the first HBCU to play baseball in the 1800s, in the 1880s. And then the Negro League drafted from HBCUs in the 20s and the 30s. So, and then Major League Baseball was getting all its players from in the 50s, 60s, and 70s from HBCUs. So HBCUs has always been a pipeline to Major League Baseball. But we abandoned the sport because, Magic Johnson sneakers, Michael Jordan sneakers.
It ain't Jordan.
Yep.
It ain't Jordan.
It's what I call the glamour.
Yeah.
When Gatorade brought that commercial out, it changed the dynamic of who wanted to play what type of sport. Because like Mike, if I could be like Mike, changed everything. Like I said, now we had Deion Sanders to look at. He played football and baseball. We had Bo Jackson. Even though they played the football and stuff, they still held on to baseball.
No, we could tell they was actually better in baseball.
They was,
baseball, yeah.
I
mean, Deion had a 10-year major league career, and that's something that does not get talked about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he played on
10 years playing Major League Baseball.
Yeah, he could have been the MVP of the '92 World Series. He hit like over 500, stole a bunch of bases. Unfortunately, the Braves lost that World Series, but he was the best player on Atlanta, at least against Toronto. And not many people know, like, hey, like that dude played a football game on one Sunday, then the same day come playing the Major League Baseball postseason game.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm just
glad. That was unheard of for him to make a tackle and then jump on a jet and then fly, and then you see him on TV in the afternoon, and then in the evening you see him in the baseball uniform. That's something that I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
No, it's not going to happen no more. They specialize. They want kids to specialize too early. That's not even going to happen no more.
And plus, there's so much money in that.
Well, then there's a situation with Ohtani.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are agreeable to this or not, but Otani is. I
He's
think
gonna change the game.
no, he's overpriced. What if he can't
No,
pitch anymore? So you got a guy
no,
who's
no,
getting billions of dollars. You're
no,
paying a guy billions of dollars to hit. What if he
no,
can't
no.
pitch
But take
anymore?
it though. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. But here's my theory. If healthy, you got a starting pitcher 1 out of 5 days, and you got a 4-hole DH hitter at the same time. Teams are getting a discount. When you got a person that can hit in your lineup every single day and still pitch every 5 days, they're paying guys 20 to $30 million to pitch once out of every 5 days, not even hit. So I don't think he's overpriced. You got to take, if he's making 700 million, was it 70 million a year? You paying him to be a $35 million pitcher and a $35 million hitter. Now, if healthy, do that justify the $35 million pitcher, $35 million hitter? That's how I'm looking at it.
But you have to factor in the fact that he's had 2 surgeries on that same shoulder. What if that structurally fails him?
If
he
healthy,
still hit. If healthy.
If healthy. Now you got a healthy.
He took the money and ran. He took the money.
Yeah, he really did. He tried to hit, but he couldn't.
He couldn't
hit. He had to stop hitting, man. He had to stop hitting. Remember? Yes.
Yeah, he had the oblique injury at the end of the season. That's why he didn't play. Along with the Tommy John he had to have too.
Yeah,
but
right.
He was trying to overcompensate for the injury when he tried to swing.
Okay, so like I said, you think his body is not going to be able to hold up to play 182 games being pitcher and hitter?
It depends.
I think that it's structurally, he's got some structural damage in that shoulder. If anytime he has an injury, if it's a minor injury, it's going to be major because he's already had an injury to that same shoulder. I think that they'd have to shut him down as a pitcher. So now you're faced with, we're paying this guy $70 million a year just to be a hitter. So and guys are going to be like, well.
But he's not taking a hit on the cap until probably about 5 years down the line, though.
Most of his money's deferred. It's like putting like a back and loaded contract. The Dodgers did some funny math with this contract. That's why they were able to sign him and Glass now and others in the offseason.
Like he's like $2 million on the books this year.
Yeah, $2 million on the books. Yeah, but I agree. I agree with Michael on this point that like he can't be a starting pitcher. I was thinking to myself, well, maybe he can be a closer because we saw in the World Baseball Classic.
Well,
him close out. Yeah. Him close out the World Baseball Classic. He was great doing that. John Smoltz, another guy. He also had Tommy John surgery too. And they forced him not to be a starter anymore. He had to go to the bullpen. So I think eventually he's going to have to do that if he wants to have longevity as a pitcher. As a hitter, he could hit for like another 10, 15 years, whatever it is. But to be a two-way player, he's going to have to be in the bullpen.
Yeah, he's going to have to come out of the bullpen.
Now if he's a bullpen pitcher, he's overpriced. I just said if healthy, he's
automatic closing. He's closing.
No, bullpen pitchers are not overpaid because like the way the games play now, when like starters not completing games, like Blake Snell won a Cy Young Award, they have a complete game. He went 6 innings. He averaged a start. So like those guys in the late innings are very important to ball clubs. You see how like Dave Roberts abuses his bullpen every October. That's why he lose in the first round every year. but yeah, like I mean, like relievers are heavily relied upon. Like it's true. So like a guy like Otani who give you like one really good inning every 2 or 3 days, it's a weapon for the Dodgers.
But it ain't $35 million worth though.
I mean, they're gonna make that money back with all the jersey sales, all the ticket sales.
I mean, it's a drop in the bucket.
The revenue they're gonna get from the Asian market, they're gonna make that money back tenfold.
Yeah. If that man going 90 games and don't surrender a run, that's very valuable. I'm sorry, because you gotta think about it. If you need that one person just to go in sometimes in and just say, hey, shut up the bats. I don't want to hear no crack, nothing. Like throw your 102. because we need to get our bearings.
So y'all slowly making my point as y'all talk. The more y'all talk, so is he worth it or is he not? Which one is it? What you gonna do? Which side?
I would say not 70 million, maybe 40, but not 70.
That man got a whole country coming to LA to watch him play.
I mean, it's hard to say the MVP of the league is like overpaid.
Yeah,
but
underpaid.
They probably
but his value does diminish because he's not a pitcher, though.
They open a whole other market for him.
I wouldn't pay 70 for a hitter. I wouldn't pay 70 just for a hitter.
But
Hitter's
I
not
mean, but
worth
he's
it.
one of the best hitter in baseball. Best hitter in baseball. Yeah.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
You think he's the best? Well, I can't.
I think the Dodgers set themselves up for failure because now you're going to have hitters thinking they can get 70 million themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't compare. Right. They can't use that, man. Matter of fact, Dodgers gonna lose anyway for bringing back Kershaw. They should have made him a coach. I can't believe they signed this guy for another year. This man,
well, he can still pitch.
Yeah, regular season. That man the only time he pitched successful in the postseason is when they had COVID year when nobody was in the stands to talk about his butt. He didn't hear no boos, anything, and he pitched good in the COVID year at a shortened season, and he got a World Series ring, and he was dominant because there was nobody in there to watch him jack off the game.
I mean, it does say something about him not having to make 35, 38 starts in the season. Like, only having to make 15 starts, a little bit more fresher, not worn down.
This man,
that's probably why he performed so well.
Sucks in the postseason. Every year. Come on, man.
Greg Maddux sucked in the postseason for a long time with Atlanta. And he's got a World Series ring. He's a Hall of Fame, too.
He just had to get away from your boys.
He won a Cy Young with the Cubs. What are you talking about?
A lot of people can win a Cy Young, but I'm talking about championships. He just had to get away from the Cubs. Y'all been cursed. Y'all was cursed for 200 years.
Well, we got a ring in 2016. I don't know what team is, Ahmad, but I don't think they won anything anytime soon.
Moises Alou cost y'all at least one World Series.
So you put on Alou.
I still remember that day. I still remember that game like it was nothing. That boy, as soon as Moises missed that ball with Bartman out there, ball got hit straight to Alexander at shortstop. You knew he was gonna miss it. I still remember that.
It was a sad day in my dorm room watching that game 6. And game 7 was no better.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Hey man. Boy, you bringing. That's what I love baseball. Baseball's got rich history.
Mm-hmm.
It's got rich history. For us to talk about it like this, you can't be. And then we go right back to HBCU baseball. You gotta love it.
Yeah, I mean, and this weekend, and speaking of history, this weekend is going to be the Cactus Jack Classic down in Houston. Alcorn State and Southern are going to play a couple of games down there. How do you see that series going?
I think
I'm just surprised. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I want to hear this. You're surprised?
Yeah. What you got, Ahmad?
Well, you know them boys down there in the country. I don't even know why. Maybe they just gave him a courtesy call just so people know that their school exists, so they put them in a tournament. No Who's disrespect, man. We don't even say their name, man. I'll let Slim say it.
I was very
shocked. Shocked about Southern University.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Alcornites.
I'm talking about Alcorn.
Okay.
Alcorn. Okay, I thought it was Southern.
Well, I don't talk about the other boys either.
Well, they kept it regional. They kept it regional, basically.
Okay, I can go with that. I can go with that. I go with that because I know why would you even?
Hey, but the funny thing is, guess what? Tell me why Alcorn got 3 first place votes, but they
in the
first
preseason
in the SWAC conference.
Yeah, they got 3
in the SWAC conference.
in their division. They got 3. They received 3. So the
Yeah,
funny thing to me, I found it funny when I was looking it up because now we kind of know because I know how people feel about Jackson State fans sometimes. But I see that Alcorn fans because these 3 people went to Alcorn that voted for Alcorn
Had
to come in
to.
first place.
Had
yeah.
to because
You can't
there's
vote the
nothing to
worst
go
team in
on.
the conference first place. You can't do that. That shows a lack of credibility in your voters. Like, how can you do that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's a lack of accountability.
They
Like,
don't have a single
You
player.
voted for
They
your
don't have a
heart.
single player on the
yeah,
preseason teams at all coming in this
It
year.
is preseason though, so
hey,
everybody starts out at 100.
everybody got a
But
dream.
no,
Everybody got a dream.
you can't do it that way. No, you can't do it that way. You
Yeah,
have
you
to
can.
have some sort of accountability that can bring you into the season. I mean, Alabama State is our number 1 ranked team. Alabama State lost its pitcher, Melendez, who went.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the
Maryland.
top 10. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up
Yeah,
the top 10. So
Yeah.
we got the top
Yeah.
10 right
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
yeah, he went on to Maryland.
I think you need to flip flop. I think you got something. Gramblin's not number 2, but Thune-Cookman is number 2.
Well,
Don't-
based
Fullerton
off
is
of
number 3.
the
Gramblin's number 4. Oh, that's your.
well,
That's your. That's
Yeah,
okay.
that's
I'm
right.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
it's sorry,
sorry.
yeah.
it's based off the votes and everything. It's the
That's
number
yours.
system.
I'm sorry. I thought you were going by Black
Yeah.
College Nines. That's yours. Okay.
No. We just
Well,
going off of
Grambling.
Grambling got to be Gramblin's supposed to win it last year. Really?
Well, I tell you
You won't
something.
talk about
Grambling
it.
is my dark horse.
Yeah, that was saying the dark horse of
Grambling
the
is
swag.
my dark horse.
Yeah,
Yes.
Cameron Buford is
Yeah, they got it.
preseason SWAC player of the year. So
Yeah.
Man, they pissed that off last year. They were supposed to win last year, man.
No, it really was supposed to be Alabama State. We keep it 100. I was there when I saw that game. I think Alabama State, they looked like they weren't supposed to be the first ones leaving Sunday. They really wasn't. But
I think Mike, I seen in your poll, Mike. You got Florida A&M, which won the SWAC last year as the 3rd ranked team. Why are they 3rd behind Bethune-Cookman?
They got a bunch of hitters back. They had 2 hitters that had over 65, 70 RBIs last year. He's got some arms that are coming in. He's got some arms that sat last year from injury. He's sat last year from his JV squad that can throw hard. They're doing really well this year, mixed in with the players from last year. He's really got some offensive weapons. That's why he's number 3. I think number 2, Bethune's in the same situation. Bethune actually is one of your top teams in the nation recruiting from JUCO. They got some good kids in from JUCO, some good position players and good pitchers. Remember,
they gonna need it.
They lost
the way
2
they
players.
schedule they play.
Yeah. They have one of the toughest schedules this year for HBCU Division 1.
Any team in America, if you like, hey, you got it. I pledge everybody that likes baseball or likes college baseball, go check out Bethune-Cookman's schedule.
Yes.
It is absolutely astronomical. Like that's got to be a recruiting tool in itself. If you know that you can come to this school and play against these teams, that he got to use that. That's got to be something.
He does. You know he does, man. This is
something that I recently did an article on Black College Nines about the top stadiums, HBCU stadiums, and they have the number 1 stadium. If you look at their facility that they're playing, even though it's an older stadium, look at the amenities, and the minute you get on that field, because I've been there many a times, that is a dream to a young kid. They almost feel like they're playing on a minor league team once they get there. But here's a dark horse. Is you all's alma mater. Jackson State is going to shock people. And I say that because Omar finally got smart. Omar finally decided to do something about his pitching. and went out and got an excellent pitching coach in JT Thomas. JT Thomas turned Voorhees around. Then he left Voorhees, left HBCUs, and went to a Division III NCAA school and turned that program around. Kid from Pittsburgh. Now he was being looked at by some Division I programs. They considered him, and then he ends up at Jackson State. Omar has had some teams that should have gone to the regionals.
Man, should have been smoking everybody.
Omar, and this is, I hope he didn't come and shoot me. I don't think he knows how to handle a pitching staff, but now he has a pitching coach that does. So I think Omar is going to surprise a lot of teams in the next few years.
Yeah,
Alabama State had a good run. Alabama State had a good run because they won 40 ball games this past season, last year. So now the bench is high. So these teams are, and then you had 33 from Bethune-Cookman. Then you had 30 from FAM. So, and then Jackson State. I mean, Jackson State normally wins 30 ball games. Now that they got a good pitching coach, I'm thinking that they're going to win 40 ball games this year.
Well, that's been in tournament time. That's really the thing that's been holding Jackson State back in the tournaments every year for the past maybe 3 to 4 years, maybe past 3-4 years. Even when they went undefeated through the SWAC when they were supposed to win, the thing that hurt them in the tournament was pitching in the bullpen. Because if your ace didn't throw and you doing Johnny whole staff, man, you need that. You need that stuff to.
It got to click that night. You're right. It got to click that night. If it's not,
if you remember the conference tournament, if you remember the SWAC conference tournament, when he had his pitcher go in too long, he should have brought in his reliever, and the guy hit the home run. The controversial call that the batter, he actually caught the ball and dropped the ball once he hit the fence, and they ruled it. You talking about
in Huntsville when he went through the fence against Southern, right?
Against Southern.
Okay.
It actually should have been I was there also. It should have been they called it right. But it's not. It never should have gone that far, because he should have been able to realize that it was time to make a pitching change the minute they got 2 men on.
But you got to also
take allowing it.
But you got to take Coach Johnson and how you approach the game. Like, his approach to the game is, regardless what it is, we're gonna manufacture runs.
Yeah. He gonna gamble on his pitching staff.
We gonna manufacture, like I said, like he always been like that. Like, cause
he already know.
He already know. That's just how he is. We know him personally. So
we may be a little bit biased with the assessment of Omar.
But
you can't gamble games that way.
True.
You cannot gamble games that way. You cannot get into a situation.
I wouldn't call it a gamble. I wouldn't call it a gamble.
Titles on the line.
I wouldn't call it a gamble. I'll call it trusting my bats and my coaching. Because if I know that if I just get somebody to take pitches and get a walk, I know I'm gonna take second and third. We did it. And the thing is, they always found a way to manufacture runs when you needed them to. And the thing is they were surprised when they wasn't able to. And that's the only thing. You always found a way to manufacture runs.
That's the old thing that my dad used to say. There's going to come a time where good pitching is going to beat good hitting.
Yeah.
And they found a way.
That's majority of the time anyway. It's always like that.
Yeah.
Good pitching will always dominate good hitting anytime.
Yeah, like it was disheartening to watch the SWAC tournament last year. See, Jackson State put up really good offensive numbers. They couldn't hold these in the late innings because their bullpen just couldn't get the job done. They lost. They already got eliminated last year by a bullpen that walked in the winning run.
Yeah.
And so you could like literally see like Omar Johnson like trying to find answers in the bullpen. He could not do it. So I'm hoping the new pitching coach is able to have more consistent performances out of that group, because playing small ball is one thing, but like you really have to, in order to do that and win the tournament, you have to have outstanding pitching to do that. Not only from your stars, but from your relievers too. If you don't do that, the small ball stuff doesn't really work unless you have the backing up of your pitching staff to try to hold leads late in the game and keep the other offense down.
Well,
somebody got to stop the faucet. Somebody got to stop the pointing or the runs.
But outside of, let's say, who you think had the best bullpen in the SWAC last year? FAMU. FAMU won, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if FAMU is the formula of what it's going to take to win a tournament, that means every other team is going to get blasted after the first starter come out. So, you know, if bullpen is the deciding factor in the SWAC tournament, let's just say that now, stat man, we gonna track bullpens this year.
I got you.
That I think if bullpens might be the deciding factor, I'm gonna choose my team of who's gonna win the SWAC or who has the best bullpen. I'm saying that right now on day one of the season of the show.
All right. The season started this weekend. I'm gonna start tracking it too.
We're gonna see by the end of the year, we're gonna see who has the best bullpen, and I'm gonna ride the best bullpen all the way through the SWAC team.
Now you're doing what I do.
well, you know, if you hang around greatness, you sort of pick up a little bit something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's how it's done, brother. That's how it's done.
Because I mean, you know,
that's why I think Jackson State is going to be the team in Grambling, because just watch what JT Thomas does. Just watch what this young kid does.
But Mike, Alabama State
nearly.
Oh no, I'm going to say, but Alabama State has a lot of players who are predicted by the SWAC to do well in the season. Like the preseason, the all preseason team is filled with Alabama State players. So you're saying the SWAC conference is going to come down to Grambling State and Jackson State teams to kind of, well, in JSU's case, underperform last year?
You got Jackson State coming out the East?
I mean, it's possible.
I mean, anything is possible.
I mean, Alabama State may get the number one ranking. They may get the number one seed in the tournament. But
I don't even think they're supposed to get that much clout. If FAMU coming back like they did last year, why would you how is Alabama State able to jump everybody when FAMU came back and smoked everybody? And they didn't lose that many people. They still got their ace. Now,
no, their ace is FAMU's ace is playing Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
they got one of the two.
Yeah,
one of the two stayed. What's his name?
Yeah.
He was pitcher of the week a couple times for us.
You talking about
not Diaz, the other, not Baez, the other one.
Yeah.
Oh man, don't make me look at it. Don't make me look at it.
You better look at it, damn player.
Caleb Granger. Yeah.
Yes.
Who's Granger?
Yes, Caleb Granger. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, then you got to look at Alabama State, because they only lost one player. They lost their pitcher who was 12-0. But
that was a major one.
I mean, that was major, but they retooled now. I think they got they got one of the freshman All-American perfect game. Like they did some hell of recruiting.
Yeah, Randy Flores, their second baseman, he's on the Golden Spikes Award watch list to start the season. So they've got a pretty deep team coming back this year.
And then you got Jack Hay, who's a third-team All-American.
Yeah.
And then today the coach was named one of the head coach for the American Collegiate Baseball.
USA
League.
Baseball.
Yeah. So it's a testament to HBCU baseball, basically me, but it's a testament to HBCU baseball that a lot of these things are happening that otherwise would not have happened if we didn't provide the coverage.
Right.
And now that you know, it's my dream is coming true to take this to the national level so that we can get this exposure, get us back to that level we are, and it's happening now. And you know, if the Lord wants to call me home, I can say, hey, I did my part.
Right.
Yeah, we were very. Yeah, I mean, like last year, all three of us were very impressed with the Black College World Series and how you orchestrated it and how it was organized. The teams had nothing but positive things to say about the experience. The fans who came out to watch the ball games each and every day, they were enthusiastic. A lot of them were children, by the way, but that's a good thing nonetheless. But they were very enthusiastic. They were into the ball games, and just like watching each game each day, it was very competitive, well played baseball throughout. Even the championship game, it went all night almost. So yeah, like the job you and Jay have done with Black College Nines and exposing the nation to Black college baseball has been nothing short of admirable. And then we all thank you for giving us this gift that you're able to share with everybody.
Man, it changed my life, dog. It changed my life for real. Because now, like, I have something that's gonna be with me from now on. Like, you gave me that chance to be Harold Reynolds.
I didn't
I
give you a
would
gave
never,
this man the microphone.
I would never forget that ever. You the man that
I
let me
did.
live out my dreams.
I didn't. You did it yourself. You know, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Those 2 or 3 nights we spent talking at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, sitting down in the car parking lot right across the street from the hotel.
Still remember
enjoyed
it.
those moments.
Me too.
Amen.
I
Like I
enjoyed
said,
those moments because I
Yeah.
actually waited in the when I left the park, and I got back to and you know, we had the park all the way up at the top. And I actually waited an hour. I said, I know the guys are going to be downstairs. And I came down. I didn't see you. I went and put my stuff up. I came back out, and there you guys were. And I sat and we had great conversation. Me and you, I mean, we had great conversation about HBCU baseball, about life, about the World Series, and especially about the World Series. And I told you, I said, I got some plans for you. And I revealed that tonight. You earned that. You guys really earned that. You earned the pregame and postgame analysis because you did an excellent job there last year, especially the Edward Waters game.
Amen.
You know,
can't wait.
Nobody knew that the defending champs blew that, and you guys explained it to everybody.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying to you is, come prepared. Bring your suits.
There's more.
Come and bring the post game and pre-game analysis. Matter of fact, I talked to the production company last year and I said, hey, we got a show before each game and after each game. He says, we're ready for
it. That's our boy too.
Shout out to Coach Kadar and the film crew. Anyway, so Coach Kadar signed back on for this year too.
He's kind of under the weather a lot, so I don't know. But we're bringing in. We got some really good guys coming in. One guy from ESPN out of West Palm Beach will be there. We got the blonde hair kid, Kalen. He's coming back. He'll be on the call. I don't know if you guys would or not, but I think that your strength is the post game and pre-game analysis. Because you can talk about it, you can add humor, you can add color commentary, you can add things, and you will keep it exciting.
Yeah.
And it's not about boys on the hill, it's those young men from Jackson State.
man.
but we appreciate the love. We appreciate
Yeah,
the love.
man, we can't wait. This is gonna be an excellent season. Everything building up to the Black College World Series. Everything building up to the SWAC team. It's gonna be a great season. We already done talked over our time. It don't even matter, but this is the first show of the season. We all excited. We got everybody here. You gonna be coming up back up next week, Mike?
All you have to do is send me a link and let me know what day it is, and we'll make this happen.
Okay, man. Like
Alright,
long as you can make it, we want you on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I love you guys. I love what you're doing. Excuse me. I love what you're doing. So now I'm losing my voice.
Is that?
But yes.
All right.
Y'all got anything else before we leave out? Because I think we done touched everything.
I mean, it's
just the beginning. We just getting started. Started.
First pitch this weekend. SWAC schools, what y'all gonna do? NEC.
Cactus Jack this weekend.
Yeah, got Cactus Jack.
Starting
everybody rolling this week.
What time the first game on Cactus Jack? What time to start?
9 a.m.
9
What?
a.m. Yep. And then Saturday,
a week after that.
Yep.
A week after that, you got the Andre Dawson Classic in Vero Beach.
Yeah. So
who got that bad draw for 9 o'clock in the morning on first game?
They can't lose bracket game right there. That's what you playing.
Oh my God, 9 o'clock! I don't want it.
That's the game you playing 9 o'clock. You the loser bracket in the tournament.
Exactly. The first game is Alcorn and Southern. We already know how this goes.
We don't though. We don't. We got to give them a reason to go watch. You got to give them a reason to watch. This is called show business.
Just watch because it's baseball, man. Like, hey, that's more enough reasons for me.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be MLB Network or it's gonna be ESPN where we're gonna be able to watch it.
It's being streamed. The only MLB games you're gonna catch is the Andre Dawson Classic.
They're the only ones that put Andre Dawson up
in Vero Beach. Mm-hmm. No, that's next week.
Who else is in Cactus Jack besides Southern and the other team?
Prairie View, Texas Southern, Alcorn.
I'm excited about Prairie View. I want to see what they do this year. They were surprising me last year, but Texas Southern, we know about them. You got to show me. Don't be good this week and then bad 3 weeks in a row and come back and be good again. Yeah.
I just want to see how weak their schedule is this season because that's always been our complaint. Even when Jeezy was here, they always play this weak schedule.
Right, but they said Texas Southern good. We need to rank them, and then they drop 5 in a row. They be like, "Well, it's the same old Texas Southern." So.
But he gets hot during the season. I mean, in the year, and I've written about it many times. Michael Robertson, the head coach, they can if they played 100 games, he would probably go, first 50, probably go 10 and 35 or something like that. But then the second half, he'd get hot and then spank everybody. He's a second half coach.
That's what you want. You want a second half team. That first half team, it's going to stress you out.
Coach Johnson, he said you're going to have the bullpen jumping this year, man.
Oh, hey, don't worry. We're going to pull up, man. We're going to pull up on 9.
I was hurt putting them in number 8, man. I was just like, ugh, I can't be bothered.
You know how it is. We always bounce.
We haven't talked about Valley because Valley went on the top 10. But Valley did a very good job last year, and they supposed to be on the come up. They supposed to be on the come up for the last 2 years.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I
want Valley. I want Valley to come through because if Valley becomes good, that means our bottom team is just as good as all the way up to probably number 3 or number 4 on the list of teams. And
they got a good coach too. They got a coach that can do it.
Yeah.
CJ Billsbury, he's a guy who can do it.
I just want to mention all the teams. We didn't say nothing about Alabama A&M. Sometimes y'all get in the way, but y'all had potential to be good too last year, and then you was yo-yoing up and down. I I just want everybody to stay healthy this year, man, and enjoy watching everybody beat up each other because that's what's going to happen. It happens every year.
Yeah,
And then, like you said, if it
for
comes
that
down
sweat
to the
team.
bullpen, if it comes down to the bullpen and Jack State got the best coach on the market to coach the bullpen, I will see you there. Where they have? They still have in Atlanta this year? Is it
it's
Atlanta
Atlanta.
again?
It's
Yes,
A-Town,
in
bro.
Atlanta. Yes.
Yeah, like Usher said, he brought the A
Okay.
to the world.
Okay, so it's gonna be in Atlanta. Slim, you ain't pregnant no more.
I don't think it's violence impossible
Oh,
to get
City
pregnant
Boys
anyway.
there. City Boys there. The City Boys there. Y'all coming with me this year. Hey, but
I know.
minority baseball. Yeah.
I got Montgomery already canceled. I got that days
Oh
already
yeah, I
off
already got
for
that
Montgomery.
weekend. Yeah,
I'm more hyped for Montgomery than I am for the swag T. You know what I
I ain't
mean?
gonna lie, I am too. Yeah.
Hey, I enjoyed Montgomery. I'm telling you, people, and you know what's so great about this year going to Montgomery? We're gonna get to see the boat ride.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna have whole different.
Yeah, we got the boat. The boat was in the background of the field. We were like, I know what that boat is.
Funny.
I remember
Yeah, it's a background of it. And Michael, you put us there. I didn't realize that was it until it
That
happened.
was it right there. Yes, right beside the field.
That's why they call it Riverwalk.
Hey man,
that's why they call it Riverwalk Stadium.
People don't know the history of that Riverwalk. I walked around. They didn't realize that street that we were living on. That's where they used to dock slaves to make the walk up that street to go to the warehouse and all that.
Commerce
stuff.
Street. That's where all the money was made.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the money is still being made.
Exactly. Yeah. It gave more and more meaning to the Black College World Series when I started dissecting all that.
Man, and literally the museum is like right across the street from the ballpark too. So you check that out too.
Man. Hey, the rich history of Montgomery, I did not know. But now Montgomery is one of the places that is special to me in my heart. I'm telling you. Black College World Series, white folding chair. You can't lose with those two.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
Here's the thing. It's the fight, and I understand what the Montgomery Biscuits are saying. It's not them. It's Major League Baseball, minor league baseball. We are trying our tails off to ink a 5 to 10 year deal to keep it in Montgomery. Mm-hmm. We can only do it on a yearly basis. Mm-hmm. Until Major League Baseball, if they ever go back to doing schedules like 2-3 years or 4 years ahead of time, if they ever get back to doing that, then we can say, okay, pencil us in, and then we got the municipalities behind us. Until that happens, because our goal is, because I've had meetings and I have a meeting next week with the municipalities. The goal is to say the Black College World Series, Montgomery, Alabama, home of the Black College World Series.
Okay.
And we're hoping that that's going to happen.
Well, I'm there.
I would hate to see this thing go someplace else.
No, man. No, not after last year. Not after last year. After last year, Montgomery got national recognition. Montgomery will be forever in Black people's heart from now on. Just on recent history. Not back history, but recent history. The way people saw the people stick together.
And kinfolk. They were kinfolks right there.
It made everybody feel warm inside. Just because they always say we don't work together, we don't band together. Regardless what the reason why they banded together, Montgomery, Alabama showed that Black people can band together even though we don't know who you are. And so that meant a lot more to me than the incident. It's just the fact that they saw Black man in trouble. We're going to come help you out. And they didn't care what the situation was about. They didn't even know.
It was a skin against the blouses.
I'm just trying to be serious. But Montgomery, they tourism should spike this year coming up based off of that. People probably come take tours on the boat just to be there and take pictures. So hopefully we can bring some more people down to Montgomery during that time, the Black College World Series, to come out and enjoy that whole weekend of the city, the town. I enjoyed the town. Me and Watts roamed around. We enjoyed the town.
Yeah, we do a meet and greet
like
on the boat or something, man.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna try to get some
Boat
people to
party.
come down there just to sit down and parlay and just enjoy watching baseball. So that's our goal for Montgomery this year. Montgomery is a spot for me. So we done talk well over. So any last words from any of y'all?
We got 30-minute bonus for him, but nah, yeah, that's it for me. I think as y'all can see, we all excited for this because this season's finna, third time man. We finna blast off, man. Let's go.
Hey, man, I'm hyped. Hey,
Yeah,
I'll
definitely
see y'all
excited to see
boys
it.
next week, man. Hey, Mike, gonna see you next week, man.
Yes, sir. God bless.
All right,
you,
y'all
brother.
have a good night, man.
All right, good night, everybody. Love, peace, and soul.
Oh man, you know how we go out.
Hmm.